10 secrets hidden under the city. Have you ever wondered as you walk through the crowded streets of the city, what secrets are hidden here? From a lost civilization to an underground filled with human bones, our cities are built upon stories that have never been told. Secrets that have influenced history, politics, and even everyday life. That's why today we're going to talk about 10 secrets hidden under the city. Number 10. Paris Catacomb. The Paris Catacombs are a network of subterranean tunnels and bone tombs located beneath the city of Paris, France. It is famous as a large system of tombs covering the former quarries of limestone used for the construction of structures in Paris. In ancient times, the quarries were used for the extraction of limestone used in the construction of the city. However, with the passage of time and the increase of the deceased, the cemeteries in Paris have become crowded. In order to have a solution to this problem, there was a project to transfer remains to abandoned quarries where thousands of remains were moved from the mass grave. The process of moving the remains began in the year 1786 and ended in the 1810s. These remains have been designed on public exhibit since 1809. There are inscriptions posted on the walls of the catacombs that give messages and words of warning about death. Currently, only a small part of the Paris catacombs is open to the public. Other parts are off limits to the public to maintain the security and integrity of the tunnels. These areas are marked and carefully guarded. The Paris catacombs is not only a dense network of remains, but it also has parts of historical importance, considering its role in the history of the city and the culture of France. Number 9. Centralia, Pennsylvania. Centralia, Pennsylvania is a town in the middle of the state of Pennsylvania in the United States. Back then, it was a typical community with people, shops, and houses. However, in the 1960s, a coal mine fire occurred underground in the town. This fire caused fumes and heat to evaporate from underground, which led to the relocation of residents to other areas in recent years. Because of the fire that was not contained, the underground in Centralia continues to emit heat and smoke to this day. Due to the danger of fire and smoke, the government decided to evacuate and abandon the entire town. Houses, establishments, and roads are no longer occupied and set for declaration of eminent domain to avoid any danger for residents. Currently, most of the buildings have been destroyed, and some parts of the road have been hidden under dirt and ash. Some residents decided to stay and continue to live despite the danger. Number 8. Derinkuyu Underground City. Derinkuyu Underground City is one of the deepest and largest underground tunnels in Turkey. It is located in the Cappadocia region, an area known for its caves, and cultural significance. This underground city is said to have been founded in the first millennium BC. People then used it as a protection against dangers such as war and foreign invasion. It was made up of earthen seats, rooms, hallways, and other buildings that housed the basic needs of the settlers, such as libraries, bathrooms, and forest systems. The Derinkuyu Underground City has approximately 8 floors with an area of about 18 stories underground. It is estimated to be able to accommodate thousands of people and has lighting and ventilation systems to maintain comfort underground. Currently, Derinkuyu Underground City is one of the famous attractions in Cappadocia and receives many tourists who want to see the unique architecture and culture of the ancient underground home. This city is one of the examples of the design excellence and ingenuity of the ancient people in the development of their livelihood tools. Number 7. City Hall Subway Station. City Hall Subway Station is a former train station in the New York City subway system. It first opened in 1904 and served as a station on the Interborough Rapid Transit Company's earliest subway line in the city. City Hall Station has a unique architecture with beautiful designs, marble columns, decorative ceilings, and chandeliers that give it an antique and prestigious appearance. Its design is presented as an example of beauty and elegance in the early days of subway construction. However, in 1940, the station was closed due to changes in the subway system, including the expansion of trains and the ability to provide more service. Although it is now a private station and is no longer open to public operation, there are special tours or private visits offered to see the beautiful design of the station. Although the City Hall subway station is not open to the public, its architectural features and its significance in the history of the subway in New York City continue to provide interest and curiosity to people. Number 6. Camp Century. Camp Century is a former military base in Greenland established by the United States in the 1950s. It was a part of a military project known as Project Iceworm. The purpose of this project is to build missile pods and radio stations under the ice in Greenland, aiming to have a long-distance general security against the potential threat from the Soviet Union. In the 1960s, the project was halted and Camp Century was closed as the Greenland ice sheet continued to soften, opening up the camp's structure and risking flooding. The base was abandoned and neglected, resulting in the destruction of structures and destruction of equipment left there. Camp Century has become one of the topics of interest in the past decades because of its implications on the issue of climate change and the ecological effects of the changing Greenland ice sheet. This has also raised questions regarding the preservation of nature and the possible impact on the environment caused by leaving military infrastructure in the area. Number 5. Edinburgh Vaults. The Edinburgh Vaults are a series of underground chambers or cellars under the old town of Edinburgh, Scotland. It was built in the 18th century as part of the city's infrastructure. It has 120 chambers under the South Bridge in Edinburgh, built in 1788. The chambers were once used for shops, businesses and homes, but over time they became dark and neglected. In the past, the chambers served as places for businesses such as shops, bars and workshops. However, it was quickly abandoned and became a home for poor people and was called the lumpen proletariat. These places have stories and legends related to wonders and mysteries. There are stories emerging about ghosts or paranormal activities associated with these chambers. Today, the Edinburgh Vaults have become a popular attraction for tourists and those interested in history and paranormal experiences. Many tours offer exploration here to learn about their history and to understand life in Edinburgh in the past. However, there is some controversy and debate currently regarding the stories and allegations of paranormal activities in this area. Number 4. Witka Salt Mine. The Witka Salt Mine is a famous salt mine located near the city of Krakow in Poland. It is one of the oldest salt mines in the world and is known for its history, architecture and cultural significance. Established in the 13th century, this mine has produced salt for over 700 years. During these times, the Witka salt mine became an important source of wealth for the region and became an economic center. The mine has beautiful spaces and underground structures made of salt. The chambers, hallways and churches are made from salt and show artistic and architectural excellence. Witka Salt Mine is also known for the sculptures and arts made of salt found inside the mine. Many images, statues and religious artworks are made of salt that show the talent and skill of the mine workers. Currently, the Witka Salt Mine is a popular tourist attraction. Tours are offered to allow visitors to glimpse the beauty and history of the mine. The tours show chambers, sculptures, and artifacts of historical importance to the mine. Number 3. Orvieto. Orvieto is a city located in the Umbria region of Italy. The city is known for its beautiful architecture, historical buildings, and culture. One of the most important foundations of the city is the Orvieto Cathedral, or Duomo di Orvieto. It is one of the greatest examples of Gothic architecture in Italy. The cathedral is known for its elegant marble facade, intricately designed stained glass windows, and arts. The city has underground tunnel systems and chambers called the Orvieto Underground. They were once used as protection against war, and now have sightseeing spots that show the history of the city. There are historical buildings and structures throughout the city, including the Torre del Moro, an ancient tower that provides a great view of the entire city. The Palazzo del Popolo is another historic building of Orvieto's political and cultural importance. The Orvieto region is known for its wine production, especially Orvieto Classico. The local cuisine reflects the traditions and flavors of the region, with traditional dishes incorporating local ingredients. Number 2. Naas. A small town in northern France has an important history and attraction known as the Naas Caves, or Les Grottes de Naas. It is famous for its network of tunnels that served as a refuge during times of war and occupation. The Naas Caves are more than 300 caves and cellars. During times of war and conquest, they were used as shelters and provided protection to the local population from attacks by the armies of Germanic tribes, the Vikings, and German forces during World War I and World War II. Currently, the Naas Caves are a popular destination for tourists and visitors to the region. Tours are offered to give tours of the caves, show the stories of the people who lived there, and provide information on the history of the area. Number 1. Dixiacheng, also known as Beijing Underground City, is a large system of chambers or tunnels under Beijing, China. It was built in the 1960s and 1970s as a war protection system, which provided safety and shelter for citizens and government officials during the Cold War. In ancient times, these tunnels were used as a systematic place for people's safety against war. They have spaces for living, hospitals, offices, and other necessities of life. Dixiacheng provides an important link to Chinese history, especially her experience during times of war and emergency. It shows the measures taken by the government to protect the citizens and be a part of their general security. Currently, some parts of Dixiacheng can be visited by tourists, allowing them to contribute a deeper knowledge of the history and experience of China during the war. What is your opinion in our video today? Comment down below.